Hello everyone, welcome to, I guess you could say, Spoiled Mayo Episode 2. So why did this one take so long? I can tell you that it's not because Patty Mayo threatened me with legal action, saying that I was putting his team in danger. I really just said what I needed to say. I think I proved my point. And he said, hey, you made a lot of false assumptions and said a bunch of stuff that was wrong. And I said, Patty, tell me what I said wrong and I will absolutely correct myself. And he just never said anything to me again. So Patty, if you're watching this and I make any false statements, just let me know and I'll make a whole new video correcting myself. With that being said, I don't not like Patty. I respect his hustle, honestly. He's gotten like 3 million subs in the past year. And the pineapple guy thing was funny. It was really funny.
Don't tase me, that shit just stings. My safe word is pineapple juice.
I mean, that alone got like 1 billion views on Facebook and really skyrocketed his channel to, 4 point something million subs. When I made Spoiled Mayo episode 1, he had less than 1 million subs. I never planned on making another episode again until some things started popping up on Twitter. I've been very busy over the past 6 months. I can barely contain myself. The season premiere is sooner than you think. Hashtag DBSO. And then in his background, he's got him with a sheriff's vest on. He's walking towards his cruiser there. First and foremost, if you watch his content, cool. He can be pretty entertaining. He's got the formula down. He's obviously doing something right with the tremendous amount of growth that his channel has had. The thing that bothers me about this whole new show that he's running is that he has 4 million subs, most of whom are impressionable young teenagers, and he doesn't tell anyone that he's not really a cop. This is a problem for me and for all of law enforcement because he doesn't conduct himself professionally as a law enforcement officer, and a lot of those young impressionable teenagers are going to look at his videos and say, oh, that's how a cop acts. Since he released his new video the other day for his new series, the BDSO, I've probably had 300 or 400 people send me messages on Twitter like, look at this, you need to do a video about it. Well, here it is. So the pictures start popping up and I ask myself, along with a few other officers who I know, who would give old Patty Flag My Partner Mayo a badge? Thus, the research began, and I have come to the assumption, I'm guessing, that he's not a police officer. Well, let's start with DBSO. What does it stand for? Patty is California-based. Public records show this and even says in his channel description. His partner, Zach Holman, on all the bounty hunter stuff, is a stringer based in California. He actually had a Netflix special called Shot in the Dark that received reviews like the most tasteless show of 2017 and Shot in the Dark, pure, undiluted rubbernecking, feeding on human misery. We're getting off topic. DBSO. DBSO. Not the BDSM police department, you dirty birdies. Let's start with California and the surrounding states. There's no BDSO. Well, there's one in New Mexico and they only have like 5 officers and I talk to them. He doesn't work for them. There's no BDSO in Nevada, Washington, Arizona, or Oregon. On both sides of his patrol vehicle, you can see a little sticker that says accreditation. Well, this is a CALEA Law Enforcement Accreditation sticker. It stands for the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies. They do all these checks and audits, and if you follow their standards, then it's harder for people to sue your agency. Well, there's only one sheriff's department in all of California that holds this accreditation, and that's the Alameda County Sheriff's Office. There is no DBSO with a CALEA accreditation in all of California. There is a Diamond Bar Agency in California, DBSO, but that's actually just a substation of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office, and he's definitely not a part of that. I called and verified that too. Moving along to the video, let's break it down a little bit. A few seconds in, they find a car with expired tags to pull over, run it through control, and initiate a traffic stop. Oh no, Patty doesn't have a dash cam.
Control 420.
420 go.
His badge number is 420. Come on, guys. Okay, so the car that they pull over is an Oregon plate. So, hey, maybe Patty commutes to Oregon for his sheriff's deputy job. But then why didn't he say that it was an Oregon tag when he ran it through dispatch?
Run me a tag, X-ray, Delta, Kilo, 154.
Which just kind of goes back to my earlier argument of there's not a DBSO in Oregon. And the only CALEA accredited sheriff's department in Oregon is the Washington County Sheriff's Department. So now we have an initial approach to the vehicle.
How you doing, sir?
Good tonight, how are you?
Deputy Mayo with the Sheriff's Department. Do you have your driver's license and proof of insurance registration for me?
I'm Deputy Mayo with the Sheriff's Department. Unless he's recently changed his name legally to Mayo, I don't see any department allowing somebody to give out a nickname. I just want to throw out there too that there's no patch on his vest, there's no name tag, there's not even DBSO on it. Another thing I want to point out is, according to Article 7 of the California Legislature for emergency vehicle lights, they are required to have at least one steady burning red warning lamp, which this police car does not. At 9:22, Guy doesn't give consent to search, and it looks like he gets agitated when Patty puts a hand in his pocket. A fight breaks out. Patty says,
Hands on! Hands on!
I've never heard anyone personally say hands on, and the partner gingerly strolls over to the fight. One important point I'd like to bring up about this part is the lack of radio traffic. Well, not just here, honestly. The video's 43 minutes long, and they're the only people on the radio the entire time.
You can't go through my... Control 1 fighting! You can't go through my pocket.
Get off the vehicle.
You can't go through my pocket. I told you that.
He's fighting someone and his voice is a little different, and he says, I'm fighting over the radio. You don't hear anyone else respond. If an officer hears another officer fighting, especially coming over the radio and saying, I'm fighting, then you're gonna get some response. You're probably gonna hear something along the lines of Control 69 en route to 420, code 3. Somebody's gonna radio that they're coming to help you, so you know that's coming. So they gently set Billy on the ground. Teresa starts acting a fool too. They gently set her on the ground. Teresa and Billy are arrested for resisting arrest, and they're placed into the back of his patrol car. They're put in the cage. By the way, while we're talking about it, I can't find Teresa or Billy in any arrest database. So Patty places them in the back of the patrol car, and then he argues with them for a while. You don't argue with people you're arresting like that, and you definitely don't say things like this.
I will choke you out with your sweatshirt if you don't stop. Smarten the fuck up!
No, you're going
Smarten the fuck up before I start slamming shit on you.
I think you need to.
I will show you my fucking taser you pull away from me again, mother. But y'all being dumbasses, and I'm not buying any of it.
That's why your car's getting towed tonight. It's just asshole tax.
Next time you get pulled over by the police, don't act like a dickhead, right?
Honestly, I'm not going to analyze the entire video. We're not going to sit here and do this because it's really a big waste of time for me. I saw the whole video. I just wanted to point out some of the bigger things I noticed. By the way, spoiler here, backup never shows up. Another thing that I kind of want to point out is that he's still releasing bounty hunter videos. I don't know of any agency in this country that would allow someone to moonlight as a bounty hunter while they are fully employed as a sheriff's deputy. There is so much conflict of interest and liability there. Something else that's kind of bothering me is that Patty would definitely be a rookie police officer at this point, but he's driving around in an unmarked vehicle. They're allowing him to have a camera crew with him, and he's telling his partner what to do.
Search her.
I ain't got shit.
Search her shoes. Sit her up. Want to stand her up, put her in the car?
Speaking of his partner, the guy that's listed in the description of this video, you pop over to his partner's Instagram, you see that they have a badass little mobile off-road coffee shop going. It's really cool. You can also see that his partner's name is Byron Lesick, which sounded kind of familiar to me, and if you look in the description of the video, you can also see Patty shouting out a Jared. Jared's last name is Lesick. So his partner and the other guy shouting out in the video, I think it's his cameraman, that's speculation, are brothers. Patty, Jared, and Byron are all paramotor enthusiasts. That's where you put the big fan on your back and you get the parachute and you fly around. Looks really cool. I'd like to try it sometime. I'm guessing more speculation here, research speculation. That's how they all met. Byron, Patty's partner in this video, even has an old YouTube channel where you can see him flying his little paramotor thing around. While searching around on Google using Patty's name and paramotor, I happened to come across an article from 2012 in Massachusetts where a guy named Patrick Tarmy was arrested for disorderly conduct because he was flying around a paramotor on 9/11, and it freaked a bunch of people out. Paramotors weren't very big in 2012 apparently, and so people saw this paramotor, this guy on the paramotor flying around above them on 9/11, and they got a little worried and they called the police. The charges against Patrick Tarmy ended up being dismissed after he paid a $50 fine. Doing a little bit more research on Google, I saw that a company and website called Tarmy Corps had Patty listed as the executive producer. I don't know, it could be a weird coincidence. Stay with me here. Another weird coincidence that I came across online is a Byron Lesick and a Jared Lesick being named in a civil suit against them by the SEC for running some kind of stock scam, and they were ordered to pay back almost $195,000. My point behind this article is I don't really see any agency, if it's the same guy, hiring someone after they were involved in a big stock scam, you know, moral turpitude and all. As I said, that could just be a weird coincidence too, but a Byron Lesick and Jared Lesick being listed in the description of Patty's video, and then both those names, not saying it's them, those names being together in a litigation for some kind of stock scam. It's just, you know, it set off some red flags in my head.
What do you think is a TV show?
Yes, I do. Anyways, in my personal opinion, I don't think he's a cop. Well, that's all I have for you fine people today. As I said, I'm not creating this video to throw shade at Patty or anything. I mean, he's got some entertaining stuff going on. It's not my cup of tea. But I just don't think it's right doing all that and not telling people you're really not a cop. Everyone, if you want to help support this channel, you can do so at patreon.com/donutoperator. You can head on over to twitch.tv/donutoperator and subscribe using Amazon Prime, or you can hit up donutoperator.com for some super sweet merch. I hope you guys have a fantastic day.